Hi Paul.
Hi.
Hi Caleb. Welcome to the medic section.
Welcome to another episode of the Medic Section. Today we're going to be having episode 2 of my Pet and I series, and I brought 2 amazing guests on the show today to talk to you about cat breeding. So yes, our topic for today is cat breeding. A lot of Nigerians, in fact a lot of people around the world have a lot of misconceptions about cats, and some people actually want to know how they are bred. So stick with us and you're going to know everything you need to know about cat breeding.
Hi, I'm Caleb, and I'm a cat lover and breeder.
My name is Paul Motayo, and I go by the alias Exotica, and you're watching the Medics Talk Show.
How has the business been, first of all? Caleb, starting from you.
Starting for me, the business has been, it picked up for me. It started out slow, and I was wondering, okay, do Nigerians really like cats? Are they going to come around? But then I've been noticing that people don't mind.
People don't mind that, but if they had better options.
Yeah, I think let's not go too deep into it. But yeah, the market is good. The market is alright.
So, Paul, what's your take on that?
Just like my colleague here said, we face the same struggles, even with exotic cats. Cats are still cats, you understand? I've noticed that people, once you just tell them this is so, you present something to them, they're very quick, they become successful to it. I don't know if you notice on my story, I regularly post adorable videos, cute videos, and everything. And even people that I got their contacts on the basis of, oh, I hate cats, blah blah blah, black can you do with cats? And then they start telling you, oh, this cat is cute though. How much for a cat? Okay, what are the things I need to do with the cat? But obviously, it's not as not as accepted as the dog market.
Yeah, definitely.
There's room for growth and improvement in Nigeria.
So, how did you start?
Funny story. It's even a funny story, yeah. So, like almost every pet person, you start with a dog, yeah. So I've had dogs almost all my life. So from dog, I transitioned into pet birds, parrots, exotic parrots. Then I transitioned into cats. So the reason why I even focus more on cats is because of the fact that they are more adorable than birds. Like birds are not warm-blooded, so they are not something that you can hold and sleep with. If you just kill them, you understand. But like cats, they give you the same vibe as dogs. But somehow, I feel like they're way better. They're way better. Yeah.
So, how long has it been for you? How long have you been in business?
3 years. I started in 2020. Started out with
Also dogs?
no. Started out. I'm not going into that aspect
Okay.
of yeah, because I do both.
different
Yes,
world entirely.
I've done dogs a long time. But I started with someone gave me a kitten actually, and I thought, oh wow, I've never associated with or related with a cat one-on-one, and I found that I really liked it, and but I couldn't keep it because I was home and parents
Yeah.
and they're Africans.
Mm-hmm.
Although my mom was quite accepting, but you could just feel that no. And then I said, okay, who wants this? And someone said, oh, I'll take it.
That's how you just
And
began.
they paid. And I was
And
like,
they paid.
oh,
Exactly.
okay.
That's the motivating factor. They paid.
That's the important thing for me, usually. I'm like, oh, okay. Not
Okay.
bad. Although it took a while,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't even expect that someone will
Yeah.
take it.
To the five.
And from there, then I started looking up how to breed them, how to keep them, how to care for them, and I discovered, oh, okay, this is even less hectic than dog breeding because I breed dogs too, and no, I think I'd rather breed cats.
Exactly.
So
Why do you say that? I feel cats are like a whole lot of trouble on their own. No, personally, I feel dogs are easier to train than cats.
True.
And cats like
it's because the dog always wants to please. That's the only reason.
Dogs are like they're like people pleasers. You understand? They're too.
Pardon my friend, but they're ass kissers.
Thank you. They are just, and then you just like, oh, feel me now.
wow.
Dogs are something that you'll just be coming up to you, trying to get your attention and everything. And then cats are on a different.
Cats are like that.
spectrum.
Some cats are like
Some
that.
cats are like that, but the majority of cats are like, okay, I've had enough. Thanks, get out.
You got,
Just
you got. Yeah, even something that you have to even please to get their attention. You understand? Unlike the other way, where dogs.
So what you're
they won't
saying
give
is,
you-
what you're literally saying is, people don't like it the easy way.
the
Yeah,
I feel like human
you
beings
want
we like act to this thing, like
you
just
want
like
to
in
work for
relationship
it.
act to get you understand.
Mhm.
You like a girl that gives you stress more than
Wow, you
No, I don't.
you're not even going to go into that.
Hold on,
No,
like,
I don't.
one is a word, one is a word. But you like a girl that is not easy to grab. You understand? In a way
Do you
that
agree with that?
in a way
I think that's a very different.
This is don't worry. This relationship, we're going to
so
relationship
you're the
talk.
only guy on earth that likes a girl that will just keep telling you. Okay,
Paul,
yes.
Paul, wait, you are going to far already. Let's come
But
back.
I don't want someone that's going to stress me. Like
Well, not
if I
necessarily
if I
stress.
have the time to walk up to you and say so, I think yes you should because
Okay.
he-
Anyways, I feel okay, we are different.
I
We're
know
different.
I know who I am and I know
What you got?
why not
Mm-hmm.
why not.
It's the confidence. It's the confidence.
But that's just me and I.
Okay, but let's moving on. Now speaking of breeding now.
Mhm.
Who do you want to ask this? I want to ask you first. So speaking of breeding, how do you select good and healthy cats for sale?
Well, because I just started breeding, yeah. But for my suppliers, whenever I go to their place to to check out the cats that I want to pick up, so it depends on the breed. There's some temperaments that are peculiar to some breeds. Like take for example, passion. You don't want to see you don't want to see an aggressive passion. You just know that something is up. Apart from the health aspect and the temperament aspect, even there's the type too, the coloration, the coat pattern. So you know there are some things that really move in the market. Take for example, white cats. I don't know what it is about white. It just sells.
I personally love white.
Is it?
Is that this ritual? Is that-
That one is there. Do you know?
There.
Well, if
Okay,
you-
Especially
up
female
the
ones.
top, up the top. Do you know this period? Yeah, I've had more requests for
Yeah.
white cats than any other
The white
time.
female
That's
cat it has
horrible,
really
this
been
period.
good.
They just
Especially
call
the
you.
election
Do you have a white cat? And then you could just tell. There's a way you can just tell from their desperation and from the fact that they don't even mind if it's male or female. Just like white cat, just give me white cat. And yeah, you just tell. Some ones are
Pure
bold
white.
enough to tell you that okay, I want to use it for so. They'll tell
Have you ever had that kind of situation?
I have received two calls yesterday. I received two calls yesterday. One the day before, about three. I mean, it's been crazy, and then you could just tell that it's because of this election.
Yeah.
And then when they tell you a particular location, you just know, okay. Like when they tell you Benin City, I do. Just tell you that, you're just like, oh, okay.
But
So-
if we are talking about that for white cats, it should be the same for black cats too.
Black
I
cats
mean, I don't know
are
about
generally shied
humans
away
like that.
from.
Why?
I don't know.
I feel like people fear black cats.
People
People
fear
fear
black
black cats. They can't really use black cats for you.
No, and then they don't use it for ritual because the reason they use white is purity. White is pure.
Mm.
Like
And that's such an irony. You're using something like that symbolizes purity for something that is very.
I'm not a ritualist, so I can't really go. I can't say much about that. But that's the general idea. White is pure, and that's why they don't want it to have any speck. If they can get pure white, perfect.
Okay. So, what do you look out for when you're choosing cats?
Well, I breed. I started breeding my own cats, so I I know what I want to produce, and although cats genetics is actually very funny because you can breed two white cats and then you're seeing a black kitten and you're okay.
Interesting.
But generally, I look for like now I have a tabby, a full tabby. Then I mated her to a white tabby, white and brown tabby. So I knew what I was going to expect, and I got that. So I said, "Oh, okay, this works." Then I mated my calico. The calico is orange, white, black, or brown, just three colors. Then I mated her to a ginger, and I got the results I thought I would get, which was white and orange, and then slight calico. So
I think people go for that more. They like that coat, that calico cat.
no, actually,
I don't know. I think
people
most people
Well,
have most people who are cat
calicos are
owners.
not really common.
apart from
They're
they're
not
not
really
common,
common.
you can get. They're not very aesthetic.
Really?
In what sense?
It depends. Like if you see a full dark calico, like if it's very dark, like black, thick orange and everything, and it's full body, no white, just brown. they look funny sometimes.
Well, I would disagree with you though. I would disagree with you.
That's
I mean, okay, you're referring to in DSH, yeah? You know,
Yeah.
every breed has its way the calico will come out. Calico is just a color pattern, but then
Mhm.
every breed has a role to play, like
Yeah.
the amount of fall, the way the face looks. I can tell you that I'll show you some white cats and I'll show you some calicos, and you go for the calicos because they look super. Okay, I don't know if I can bring out my phone. I'll just show you. Maybe at the end of this. So calicos, I posted about 4 days ago on Twitter one calico pattern I sold one time, and this girl turned out really really pretty, really really pretty. That people started asking what breed is she because they forgot that. I mean, they just took away the breed from her because she looked so finer than the breed produces, like what the breed looks like. But she's a passion, a doll face passion. So I feel like the breed has something to do with it. There's some calicos, like maybe I don't know, maybe you're referring to tortoise shell.
No, I don't like it.
I don't like tortoise shell. I don't like tortoise
Tortoise
shell.
shell.
I feel like those ones are okay, justified. How would you call tortoise shell? It's the boss. I feel like tortoise shells are like just like black, then brown, and
Then
you know,
brown.
there's no white on them, and it's just. I mean, love is forgive me, right? For the reasons I just, I wouldn't want the tortoise shell.
Okay, Caleb, I remember this time when you were looking for a white cat.
Mhm.
And that's for reasons best known to you.
Customer demand.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Okay, and you were like, most of them are actually deaf.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if-
white cat and blue eyes. Most times they will be deaf.
They'll be deaf. So, are they the only breed with that sort of defect, or do you have?
It's across all breeds. Just the coat pattern. Just white, blue eyes, usually deaf.
Usually deaf?
Especially the males.
But it's not like, what's the percentage of that happening in a white,
It's
blue-eyed cat?
almost a given. It's almost
Wow.
certain.
But people still go for them.
Yeah, thing is, many people don't even know. You understand? Many people don't even know. But yeah, you said it. They're usually deaf. Some ones even have heterochromia, which is where they have
Different eyes.
yeah, different
Different
eye
eye
colors.
color.
But because they're white, no one even gives a damn. I went to a clinic in Lagos.
I'm definitely going
I didn't clinic in Lagos because I took one of my cats. I bought him. He was deaf.
to.
I mean, it was my first cat I wanted to use for breeding. That was like 2 years ago, yeah. So I took him there. I thought they could do something to his ears because I felt like, okay, if someone is deaf, you can treat it normal.
If
So-
only that could happen.
Yeah, so the vet was like, what do you mean he's deaf? Cats don't hear normally now. Aren't all cats deaf? I was like,
What?
whoa. I was like,
Remember to blow out.
I was like, what kind of? I mean, you're a vet, you should know better. But then, how can you say this? I mean, like, but anyways, there was nothing I could do. I went online and I saw that it's peculiar to white cats and just something that we try to avoid. Breeding white and white cats together, you just know that there's a possibility of you having a deaf cat, and not just a deaf cat, one with heterochromia too, and they have poor eyesight. I don't even noticed. White cats have very poor eyesight.
But people
compared to-
like the heterochromia.
I like
They
it
do,
actually.
they do.
I
It gives
do.
them that vibe. It gives them that vibe.
But you don't like it.
I love heterochromia now.
Okay. Do you have a personal cat?
Yes.
What breed?
Turkish Angora and Persian and Siberian.
So you have two,
3.
three. Interesting. Yeah, you have a personal cat.
I have three
You have
personal
three
cats.
personal cats. What are their breeds?
I just breed short hairs.
Short hairs.
Yeah.
Why that affinity for short hairs?
It's just what I started with and what I was at the moment comfortable with.
Okay. And they're all females.
Yes, I don't keep any males.
Why?
Because I don't want sporadic breeding. And then I told you, I was trying to control
Mhm.
my product. So
Your product.
yes, so if I have one male, he's servicing all the females
Yeah.
regardless of what's going on, and he's just capturing my breeding program for me. I don't want that.
Is
And then
putting
you can
sand
put
in
your
your guy.
financial planning too.
Mm.
Yeah, when you don't even prepare
2
for
months.
it. This and
Yeah,
that.
2 weeks later, they are
Cats
taking
give
them.
birth.
They are very,
Yeah,
they are very
you can give it like
flexible.
6 times a day or something. You give it anyhow.
So have you ever lost a cat that was meant for sale?
Yes,
And what happened?
it was sick. It just started fading. It was a fading kitten. There's fading kitten
Yes,
syndrome.
yes.
Yes.
MFK,
That's
feeding kitten
puppy.
syndrome. Sorry.
It was
I
fading
used to
kitten. So
feeding kitten syndrome, yeah.
it was alright because I get full liters and I just noticed that it wasn't thriving, and I started giving him extra attention.
But at the end,
I still lost him.
That thing pains, man, bro. food was just food.
Was just for.
I think crazy.
What?
I'm even.
What?
I just said it. I'm just remembering.
Well,
This wasn't dog, though. It was my dog. He gave birth to 11 puppies,
Woo!
and 9 died.
What breed?
German Shepherd.
Ooh.
And 9 died of
What?
infections.
9 died.
Nine
You don't have a
died.
vet?
I had a vet, but before the vet could come. So the thing was, Amik was infected, yeah. But before we noticed.
Oh. She's a vet in case you need someone.
No, in
No.
Lagos, in Lagos.
Who? Who's
I,
the
I
vet?
stay in Lagos.
Who's the vet? I'm a vet in
I think
training.
I messaged Thank God and some other.
He's also a vet in training, you know,
Yes, well.
and he's my colleague, my senior. So since we are casting each other, yeah, now let's continue.
I'm not here in that capacity.
So you since you sell cats,
So,
you dealing
I'm not answering the question of FK on
feeding kitten.
No, on losing a
Okay, a kitten.
So not personally, but my partner, because it's my partner, so it just looks like it's mine. So there's this cat, Siamese. I don't even know Siamese.
Yeah, I know.
Siamese cat. So he bought the guy from someone. So the thing we do is we buy when we see a good offer, someone that cannot take care of the cat, we buy it, take care of it, and then so if we're not keeping it. So we bought the cat. The cat was about 7 weeks. So we raised the cat for like 1 week. Saw a buyer. And then just a few days before the buyer would come and pick up, the cat just had started stooling, diarrhea, heavy diarrhea. Gave it everything. Vet came, gave it is it metronidazole, flatulence
Okay,
to
you
stop
did
it.
all that yourself.
Is that?
You did all that yourself.
No, the vet came.
Okay.
But I could. I mean,
You
I could. I could.
You shouldn't.
Does that mean
I
the
don't- I
pastor said
shouldn't.
you are in vet?
Eh? I mean, I'm a vet. I'm a vet.
You are
by
not a
choice.
vet. You are not a vet.
I'm
Don't
just
do
messing
that,
with you. I'm just
please.
messing with you. This brother out.
I'm not blowing it out. It's good to know. But don't do that.
Okay.
All right. So the vet came and he did everything, and it was like he gave us assurance that the cat would be better. Anyways, one morning for the cat license, that cat was worth 400k. The person already made deposit was like, when it comes, you balance. I think he made about 350. It was going to balance 350. So let's return that money. And the thing is, even when that vet came, we took that cat to the same veterinary center I mentioned the other time, and they gave it everything, spent a lot of money, and gave us assurance that I'm still. So when that thing was paying for me, losing 400, I mean, but then we move.
We move.
We move.
No.
What do you want to do?
I'm lucky what to.
So you have customers who come like first timers. This is their first time getting a cat, and they're basically clueless on what to do. So
That's almost everybody. Almost everybody. Because a lot of people were not generally it's not warmed up to cats like that in Nigeria. So almost everybody is they're not like dogs. Oh, okay, what can I do? So
what do you advise them? What advice do you give them? Like,
it's a lot to start saying now.
they just pick the most important ones. Give us like top 3, and he's going to give us another top 3.
What is the top 3 at this time? Oh, let me try, Sha. Top 3: litter, feeding, water. And
Okay.
those are the top 3 requirements for me.
Shelter,
That
food, and
someone that wants to get a cat probably has somewhere to stay. Probably.
okay. Sorry, tell you, sir.
Yeah,
And
so-
probably has food.
No. There's cat food. I
It's
try
cat food.
my
It's
best
cat
to
food.
make sure I sell to only people that I'm sure can provide cat food.
So just like you have a like different dog food.
Yeah,
that
there are numerous cat food.
Cat
Because cats are picky eaters. So what might work for you might have 3 kittens in a room, and what will work for this one is not working for this one. And they will not eat it. I promise you, they will not eat what they don't want. So
very picky indeed. So for someone that has not eaten, don't even dare. You know,
I would
there's
like to
this.
get his own top.
What?
Okay, on someone that's not eating, I feel like everyone that can come and afford the cat I sell will be able to afford their feeding, because cat food are
Yes,
expensive.
they might be able to, but they will not want to buy.
I tell them, I make them a priority, because the thing is, now cats, it's not just everybody that buys cats, and the type of cats I sell, because of their prices, it's only those that are learned and wants to give the cat a good life. So they will not want to give it a bad option. I don't think I've never seen someone who I sell a cat to, maybe a cat of 300, 500K too. And then he's now saying, oh, because of money, I'll give it now, ever. Because they don't want to lose that cat. Because I make it seem like, oh, if you give the cat wrong food, if you give the cat the food you're eating at home, it will die. You understand? Nobody wants to lose a cat with that amount. You understand? So I give them options. Sometimes I procure these things for them. Take, for example, royal canin. Royal canin is freaking expensive, but they are able to afford it. And if they are not, I recommend lower brands too. So also, since this cats are always in the cat, like I said, litter sand and litter box. And then there's this thing, if you are not always available, at least I always say you should just get like a house for your cat too, so that they don't go outside because some cats are Aldinis. That's the thing. That cats are Aldinis. So they escape artists. Very, very good. You can keep them here, they'll just find them. And then you won't win that. I was saying loophole before. The cat can squeeze itself through that thing.
That one is even too big.
It's even too big, thank you. And another thing that people don't know is, okay, like I was at the pet store one time last year. So one person bought the DSH. He came to buy like something. He was buying accessories, and then he saw something that looked like a house that would suit. He thought it would suit the cat, and then he bought it. But apparently, that was a dog house. And you know that dog houses cannot work for cats. You understand? Because cats are climbers. You cannot just put something on the floor and say they expect. Nah. I thought it was more cheap. You just waste your money because your cat will never enter here. You would always want to stay on your bed or stay on the roof or something. So there's no point. So these are things I like to tell people. Like you said, feeding, toys too. It's very, very necessary. Because if you're not always around to play with your cats, or you are busy, you just
you
do
don't have a
toys.
second cat.
You understand? And then you don't want your cats to use your hands for toy and everything. You got just take a toy. Basically those things.
How easy is it for you to potty train your cat?
It's as easy as learning to eat as a human.
So both of you agree that it's easy.
Yeah, because it's innate behavior for them. It's like they notice. What the challenge is, getting them to know that, oh, this is where it is. This is where I have to put that box. And then sometimes the material poses a challenge for them, because you might have been training a cat with actual litter, and then you send it to guys to the customer's house, and then they are using maybe sawdust or any other material. So sometimes that's difficult for the cat to adjust. Sometimes.
All the cat go and pee in a place where it sleeps, like your bed. All the cat go and sleep. You already knows this is where the litter sand is, so you goes there. Another reason, which is a major reason too, is if the litter is very dirty, it's been pushed up, or maybe there's someone that they don't like. Maybe another cat that uses it.
So, what's one common misconception that people have about cats? There are a lot. This is Nigeria. Let's not lie. But what are the reasons that people give you for not getting cats?
The funny one, not for not getting cats, different reasons. But the funny misconception about cats is that spit in your eye thing, and you go like.
I don't think I've heard that one.
You've not.
When they can do,
that means it's going to spit. Yes, and it's going to blind you. I'm like. When I first got a cat, I was like, are you seeing now? You've not spat in my eye, and I'm not blind. Wow, this is odd. There was a time that I couldn't get cat food. Yes, so before I could get, they were struggling. One particular one was struggling to go outside. She was struggling to go outside. So I knew, so because of food now,
she's like, I can't do this to you anymore. I'm potting.
I'm
not going to stand strongly on the other. If my life were to depend on the cat,
but I agree with you too. But when people now say they are not loyal, so that's why another thing too.
Loyalty has
Another
to
thing
be
too.
100% loyal.
I feel cats are fish. I don't know if you. People feel. I think what I use it.
Anything that uses, I think that probably the problem.
Cats are smarter than dogs. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
Hello. Cats are way smarter than dogs.
Because I think that cats are
Foolish.
should check.